excited to do a little review on it. And as you can see, I did dress on theme. I've got pearls in my ears, and then I'm just wearing a white blouse. Okay, so here is what the bottle looks like. By the way, this is an old version. This was from, I think, 2002. That's what the package says. So, you know, probably 2002, 2003. So it's over 20 years old. So I'm not certain. You know, it's possible the smell may be slightly affected by that as well. But I find fragrances often still smell okay years and years later. So yeah, anyway, they may have reformulated rare pearls. I'm not sure. The modern version, like what they're putting out on the market now, might very well smell different than this. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna review this one that I have, which would be like the 2000s version if it has changed. Okay, so let me grab a little rosewood, and then a little bit of plum, musk, sandalwood, patchouli. Oh, a decent amount of musk. Yeah, that's what I would say. And I'm going to show the votes on Fragrantica. Other people say they're getting mostly magnolia, honey, pepper, rosewood, musk, plum, sandalwood, patchouli. So pretty similar to me, but honestly, I am not really getting the pepper very much. So yeah, altogether, this is a powdery, floral fragrance that has like honey and some woodiness coming through. That's what I would say. You know what's funny? I might buy a fragrance that reminds me just a touch of this. It's called Rumeur by L'Enfant. L'Enfant is how I think how you say it in French, but it has magnolia and it's kind of like powdery and slightly vintage smelling. It just reminds me a touch of this, but this one is definitely more vintage. Anyway, so yeah, that is that fragrance. Let's go ahead and just look at some other info on Fragrantica. So it was launched in 2004. So this must be 2004 then. The box says 2002, but this must be the 2004 version, I would think. So it's about 20, almost 21 years old probably. And on Fragrantica, this fragrance has a rating of 3.79 out of 5 with 2,203 votes. So that's like mid-range. Let's see, people are saying, I did not wear this because I just don't like the scent enough to wear it, but people are saying it actually has really good longevity and sillage, which makes sense. I feel like it comes across pretty strong. People are saying that it is like very feminine smelling. Yeah, I guess. No more than like most other feminine scents, so I don't know. And people are saying it has a good price value because, yeah. But like I said, they may have reformulated this, so I'm not sure. Let's word search reformulated. I don't know, some people are talking about it. They're wondering if it's been reformulated. I don't know if it is for sure, but in all likelihood it probably has, I would think. Okay, so let's finish up by reading some reviews on Rare Pearls, but first I just wanted to briefly touch on the Avon fragrance I own, Far Away Beyond Intense. This one definitely smells very modern, and I assume it was not released that long ago. 2022, yeah, so only like 2-3 years ago. So yeah, it smells very modern. It's just very addictive, sexy, alluring, intoxicating kind of smell. Reminds me a bit of Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. It's got an almond note, which I think Good Girl also has. It's got white florals, quite a lot of white florals, and then it's got a bunch of like sexy, vanillic, kind of ambery base notes like vanilla, amber, tonka bean, musk, sandalwood. So yeah, it's like a nice mix of like a little bit gourmand, vanilla, floral. There's also lemon and bergamot in the top notes. Should just give it a little bit of a nice brightness. So yeah, I really like it. I find it very sexy. I've described it as like, would be a really nice like clubbing scent, but it doesn't necessarily smell like cheap. I don't feel like it smells cheap, but I could see this as a nice sexy clubbing scent, or just like a night out when the sun goes down, like date night. Okay, and then finishing up, we'll read some reviews on Rare Pearls. Alright, so somebody says, I love this perfume. It is persistent but delicate, feminine, slightly mature fragrance. It makes me smells like hairspray to me, clean and sharp hairspray. It's possible that my bottle has gone bad. I don't really smell what other people smell. I gave it away to my friend who liked it. Okay, so that person didn't really like it. They thought it smelled like hairspray. Okay, somebody says, I used to wear it years ago, though I am no fan of Avon perfumes. It's quite elegant, simple, a delicate, soapy floral with a nice powdery dry down. Also,